is business owners looking at their ads as the one and only thing that if they could just get right, it would just make everything else better. And that's not true. How do I know? I've grown multiple businesses to 7 and 8 figures. I've generated well over $100 million online for a bunch of my clients that you probably even know of in the online space that I've been responsible for in the background. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you why ads really aren't everything. And if you are focusing very deeply on your ads, your media buying, your copy, your creative, trying to make it perfect so that you can just get to that heavenly spot of the revenue that you've just so badly dreamed of, I'm here to tell you why you're wrong, okay? And I don't mean to bust anyone's balls. If this is your profession, like it is mine, to run ads, that you may not have as much control over this as you may think, because the actual traffic portion is just one piece of the actual acquisition state. It's just one piece of the actual profitability equation. And there are two other pieces that are oftentimes overlooked. And because these two pieces are overlooked, most people screw themselves over before they even run a single ad. I'm being for real over here. Before they even put a single penny on Facebook, if they overlook these two very important parts of the business, then they will more often than not waste thousands on ads, oftentimes still not realizing that the issue at the end of the day was not the ads. It wasn't the ads. Okay, so if you're watching this and you want to make your ads profitable, the best thing for you is to actually look beyond, in other words, downstream of what happens once you get the traffic, once you get the click, once you get the opt-in, once you get the call booked. And that, my friend, is sales and economics. So let me explain to you what I mean by that. Once someone actually books with you, are you calling them within 5 minutes? Okay, the stats show, and I don't have the freaking numbers right over here to show you exactly what they are, but it's to the effect of if you call someone within the first 5 minutes of them opting in, your chances of closing the deal go up by like 70%. Okay, it is astronomical. The message that you send to a prospect, if you reach out to them within 5 minutes of them opting into your ecosystem, it shows them that you're on the ball, that you care, you're a professional, and that what you have to sell might actually be worth their time. Most businesses are slow as hell. I cannot tell you how many companies I've called, whether it's in the dental space, whether it's in the roofing space, whether it's in the info product space. Either they don't pick up the phone or they don't call me back within minutes, and they will oftentimes say, oh, well, we're not available until a few days. It's horrendous. It is absolutely diabolical how bad most businesses are in their speed to lead. Secondly, how bad they are at their actual sales process. You know, everyone wants to talk about how great they are at closing deals. I'm a sales beast. I'm a natural salesperson. Okay, on cold traffic? Or are you talking about referrals? Yeah, I'll close at 80 or 90% too if someone refers someone to me. Heck, I'll close at 80 or 90 if someone's coming to me through them seeing me somewhere like YouTube. But if it's cold traffic, like straight up, they saw your ad one day, clicked on it, and the next day they're on a phone call with you, will you really close at 80%? Most people don't understand, but hitting a 15%, 1-5, on cold traffic for anyone that showed up to a call with you, that's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. And if you can incrementally improve that, then you will be much better off than if you're trying to have the most banger ad ever. You see, at some stage, most businesses, they dial in their marketing message. Okay, especially after spending a few $100,000. I mean, you've pretty much got it. You know what you need to say, how you need to say it, what your offer is, what your promise is, what your unique mechanism is to actually generate the lead. But then it becomes a sales issue. Okay, it could literally be one sale that's the difference. Oftentimes at like lower spends, it could be one sale, and that could be like a $15,000 cash collected or a $25,000 cash collected. That could be the difference between a 2.5x ROAS and then like a 1.2 ROAS. So overlooking sales is number one, and therefore they put all their effort on the advertising. The second mistake is not looking at their business economics. Imagine someone opts into your funnel. They look at your promise, they look at your offer, they say, wow, I would really like this for myself. I'd love this for my business. I'd love this for my family. Whatever it is that you sell. And then they come and they speak to you, and they don't meet the criteria exactly, either because they're maybe overqualified or underqualified financially. Maybe their timeline isn't there, maybe their budget isn't there, maybe they want to think about it a little bit more, maybe they want to enter your ecosystem at a lower price point, maybe what they want is a bit more involved and intensive than what you actually offer. And because all you do is offer this one single thing, this one box that you're just trying to put everyone into, no, it's got to be my $2,500 a month coaching package, or it's got to be my $1,500 a month retainer, or no, I can't spend more than, $5,000 a month in ad spend for you. Otherwise, it's going to be really more expensive for you to work with me as an agency. Like, because people are so boxed, because most businesses are so boxed in with the way that they do business, they leave so much money on the table. And what you actually want to do is you want to incorporate a value ladder. What's a value ladder? A value ladder is being able to bring people into your business's ecosystem at pretty much any price point. Ideally, you have something that's as little as $27 all the way up to $27,000 or $72,000. Most businesses, if you go to them and you say to them, hey, I want to buy everything that you could possibly offer right now, what's that going to come out to? It's barely going to scratch like $25,000. Whereas the best businesses out there, it's going to be an average card value of like $100,000, $200,000, because they've got something for everyone in their market at all the different price points. Think about that for a second. Am I really able to service all the people in my niche? Because oftentimes we have a niche and it's like, cool, we've got a total addressable market of like 50,000 people. That's great. I'm going to make a lot of sales. But then that total addressable market dwindles down significantly because of those people, there's a very small segment of those that are ready to buy into what we have to sell at this moment. And the opposite can be true as well. Maybe what you're selling is just way too low. It's just not intensive enough. Like maybe you're selling some sort of an info product or like an ebook or something basic. And that's great for the people that are maybe newbies. But there's some people out there that value their time more than money. And they're willing to part ways with $10,000 or $15,000 so that you can figure it out for them. I have a client that's in the dating space and he charges $15,000 for like a 2 or 3 day intensive where he helps basically nerdy software engineers get better at approaching women so that they can find their dream woman. Software engineers have a lot of money, okay? They don't have a lot of time though because they're working and they're coding and they're doing all this stuff. So he's like, cool, come to me, 2-day event. I'll help you solve all the issues you've had for like the last decade in the dating space and help you not be alone. These dudes are going to spend a pretty penny on that. So understanding this value ladder is going to be very, very important, right? It could start again with a really low ticket item, $27, maybe some sort of a course for like $400 or $1,000. It could be all the way up to $15,000, $20,000, $25,000. Heck, I know people that are charging like $50,000 for an in-person event. Like Tony Robbins, for example, he charges a crap ton for one-on-one stuff. Most people are not going to be able to afford that, and that's fine. And that's why he has his like date with destiny. That's maybe a few $1,000s and it's in a stadium and you're with all these other people that are jumping and dancing and shouting and you're feeling the energy. He's got different price points and he's got like his books and he's got all these different things. He's got a value ladder. Every person therefore is able to work with Tony Robbins in some capacity. But if you don't create that for your business and you're running ads, then don't be surprised if your ads aren't profitable. Don't be surprised. So go ahead and implement those things. Don't be so focused on your ads. If you have a good CPL right now, if you've got a good call booking rate, a good cost per acquisition, a good cost per call booked, then go ahead and focus on your sales, okay? If you want to get better at sales, you got to freaking listen to your sales calls, man. You got to get someone to role play with you. You got to figure out what you're doing wrong that's costing you the sale and get better. Track the different parts of the sales call and the different data points the same way that you would your ads. Have different product offerings and services and different price points for the different people that you're serving so that you're not just relegating them to a single box that if they don't fit into, sorry, I can't work with you. I'm going to leave money on the table. Don't do that. That's amateur stuff. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope this was helpful. If you want to work with me closer, if you want to get some more access to some of the exclusive content that I put together, join my school community. You can hit me up on Instagram as well. I'm always here to help. Peace.